Yeah, hi there. And these comments are for, I'm going to go by Fotios. And this is Michael, the founder, owner, and the materials writer for the 7-step system to pass the TOEFL IBT. And let's take a look at your situation. It says, I'm a bit confused about my personal score. It is on the top. It says 10 out of 10. No, no, no. Your score would be where it says your independent writing score is 3.5 out of 5 or 22 points out of 30. You say, I've taken the TOEFL 2 times and I scored 28 out of 30 both times, so my main aim for practicing essays is to find out why I am losing those 2 points. Interesting. I'm wondering if it's the fact that I sometimes use quite convoluted words which I've studied for GRE exam and the TOEFL writers are not very familiar with. I don't think it's that. You got great vocabulary. Let's go back to your particular situation. So I think maybe one of my scorers who scored the essay was probably a little bit too hard on you. I'm going to revise your score to 4.0 out of 5, or right around 25, 26 points out of 30. So now I do have an additional service. If you want me to write or grammatically correct all of your essays, I can do that for an additional service. But to go through each essay individually and exactly figure out why, that takes a lot of work on my part. I'm not willing to do that for $35 a month. I'm sorry. But let me just give you one idea, something I want you to think about. The one thing I want you to think about in your next essay is called point of view, right? Point of view means we have the I point of view, we have the he, she, or it point of view, and we have the you point of view. I think part of the problem with this essay is you're using the you point of view in here, which I don't think is the appropriate point of view. For example, paragraph 2, you say, a good roommate should be able to understand that there are times when you may need. No, it's when he may need to be alone. So that hurts the organization of your essay when you're shifting from that first person singular point of view to the you point of view. That's not going to help your score. So you did that several times in this particular essay. And I would probably tone down some of your vocabulary a little bit. For example, the word aspersions, I would probably use a different word there because that is an obscure word that a lot of native speakers would not be familiar with. So, but I think the main point here is your point of view. You want to be a little bit careful about that. I think that hurts the organization of your essay a little bit. So I'm going to revise your score, though. I don't want you to have a heart attack here. I don't think your score is 22 points out of 30. I'm going to change that to around 25 or 26 points out of 30. Alrighty? And remember, if you want me to go over each essay individually, I do have an additional service where I do that. And you can learn a little bit more about that when you go to my writing section. It'll talk a little bit about that. It's called the Error Correction Service for the Independent and Integrated Writing Tasks. Now, you probably don't need, I think, if you want me to edit all 10 independent and all 10 integrated writing tasks, that's going to cost you $500. But the reason is it takes me up to an hour to make a video correcting all of the errors in each essay. Now, you probably don't need to do more than about 2. If I did 2 different essays, that'd be $50 a piece. For about $100, I could go over 2 of your essays and point out all what I consider any small problem which could bring down your score a little bit if you think you need that kind of detail. But anyway, I got to tell you, Fotios, you have some awesome writing skills. You have great vocabulary, very strong organization. I like your transition words, your vocabulary. I like how you express your ideas. You just need to write at a little bit higher level of polish. And if you can figure out how to consistently write in one point of view without changing that point of view, I think your writing would be even better than it is right now. Okay, anyway, thank you very much. I hope I've given you some insights into your essay, and I've given you some additional ideas about what you can do if you want your essay to be very, very closely evaluated.